Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Supergirl issue 26. We're on this gorgeous variant cover. Supergirl shows everyone her pussy. Look at that, her pussy can fly too. Did you know that? Anyway, yeah, gorgeous cover. Another Art Germ cover, I believe. Yeah, great stuff. And as for the interior art here by Kevin Maguire continues to do a fantastic job. Man, I'm loving Supergirl. I'm enjoying this issue of Supergirl. Was much better than the Superman issue 7, which I was so upset with Superman 7 this week that I just posted my outtakes, and I've decided I'm not going to put the actual review on because all it is just me ranting and just being negative, and there's enough negativity out there, so I'm just going to leave my outtakes, and I just didn't like it. It was very disappointing. At least with Supergirl though, Mark Andreyko is hitting it out of the park with Supergirl. I quite enjoy the issue. It's just so well done, and it's an adventure within an adventure. The reality is that with Supergirl, we know that not much can move story-wise because it can't move faster than the slow pacing that Bendis is doing in Superman. But you know, one gets the strong impression that if Supergirl was left to her own devices, she'd probably already have solved the mystery that's going on in Superman and defeated Rogol Zaar by now, if Mark Andreyko could just left to his own devices, because Mark Andreyko is doing a really good job here. This one here involves Supergirl meets up with the Omega Man, because the last issue she was captured by the character Harry Holcomb through a new character called Splice. And he basically is someone he's an Omega Man villain. He's sort of involved in with the Citadel and the Civil War that's going on, where the Omega Men are sort of the rebel fighters. And Supergirl gets captured here, and this Harry Holcomb character wants to use her Kryptonian cells, her Kryptonian DNA, to help create a Kryptonian clone army. And that's exactly what he endeavors to do. And this is just... It's very well done. It's not super spectacular, but the art is so good. Kevin Maguire is the perfect artist for this because he's really good at drawing the expressions of Supergirl, as she very sort of her expressions of satire and frustration and anger, with some humor here and there, and even Zindel Cole, the archaeologist who. I think it's hinted here, it actually works for one of the members of the sort of the Galactic Circle that is trying to keep the secrets. Everything is so well drawn here. The story is it's progressing, and it's at least it's enjoyable. So even though it's maybe progressing slowly, I'm really enjoying the ride here because of the combination of the good writing, the great dialogue, and Kevin Maguire's art. This is definitely the super title that I would recommend. If you can only get one super title and you don't want to get involved in the longer congested storyline of Bendis, pick up Supergirl, because it's very well done. Because she's going to end up helping the Omega Men sort of perhaps even win the Civil War in the context of what's going on in that region of the galaxy. Very well done. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Now, I can't help but Harry Holcomb here. I can't help but to feel reminiscent of some of the old Justice League International, going back in the days of Keith Giffen and Kevin Maguire's Justice League International run. The humor here is great. Harry Holcomb seems like such an absurd character, but he's arrogant. He's an arrogant jerk and pompous a-hole. And even the character, the villain here of Splice, the way Supergirl sort of goads her into attacking her with her Tamarinium blasts, which, unbeknownst to Splice, actually help Supergirl heal because they contain solar energy, and Splice falls into Supergirl's trap, and Supergirl becomes empowered by it, but she gets some of her powers back, but she doesn't reveal that, and she later utilizes her powers to help her and some other prisoners escape, as well as to help the Omega Men once the Omega Men show up to ultimately lead an attack against Harry Holcomb's forces. And it ends, of course, with a tease of next issue where there's going to be a huge battle here because presumably this cloned army that were cloned utilizing Kryptonian cells they're going to be battling the Omega Men and Supergirl. So this is really good stuff. And in terms of the larger narrative, Zindo Cole here is communicated with by, you have to remember that Zindo Cole and Crypto were basically waiting for Supergirl to come back into the ship after her battle with Splice, but she disappeared. Splice and Supergirl were plucked up by Harry Holcomb and taken to Harry Holcomb's ship and another planet, whatever. And he's wondering what to do. Like he's wondering, well, where are we going to go now? And because just to clarify here, Zindo Cole, it was revealed in a Supergirl annual. He's actually he's a space archaeologist, and he is tied up somehow. He knows something about Kryptonian history, and I think he knows more than he lets on. And he receives a message. It says from the character who's a member of the Galactic Circle there. I can't remember the guy's name. He's that crystal-looking character. It says, "Come peacefully with my men, and I can guarantee safe passage. Disobey, and I cannot be held responsible for your fates." And it appears that Zindo Cole recognizes him. And so I'm not sure if that means that Zindo Cole and him have a deal, or if they've worked together in the past. I still think Zindo Cole is maybe a plant that maybe he was hired initially to maybe spy on Supergirl or keep an eye on her. But I think he's grown attracted to Supergirl, and he realizes that maybe he made the wrong deal there. Zindo Cole is sort of like the Indiana Jones of space here, and I really like the character. And again, Kevin Maguire is doing such a great job here. I mean, look at the expression on Supergirl's face on the first page when she's basically kind of being tortured. And, you know, who in the hell are you? And she has, the expression is just fantastic, beautifully rendered by Kevin Maguire. And that this double page spread, it's just so well done. This is easily the best I've seen in a long time this is just a beautiful to look at comic book. And I guess I got to give Kevin Maguire's on pencils. There's also Sean Parsons, Scott Hanna, and Wade Von Grawbadger does some of the inks. FCO Placencia and Chris Sotomayor do the colors. And Tom Napolitano does the letters. And Yannick Paquette with Nathan Fairborn do the cover. And I guess it's Amanda Connor does the variant cover. Wow, I'm wrong. This is Amanda Connor? Wow. I guess, wow, I'm surprised that that looks, I would have thought that was Archim, but if, good for you, Amanda Connor. That's really cool. Right on. In any event, guys, it's whetted my appetite. This ends on a huge, we've got a battle next issue between Supergirl and the Omega Men battling against the forces of the Citadel and Harry Holcomb and his Kryptonian cloned army. So we'll see how that goes. In terms of the narrative, we still don't know much more about Rogol Zar. That's kind of on the side burner here. Again, we've got these side stories that are taking place because of the slow pacing of the story that Bendis is writing for the overall Rogol Zar narrative. But that's just the way it's got to be. But in the meantime, guys, tell me what you think of Supergirl number 26. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, Comic Boom out.